you tuning in from? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Samuel. Timothy Cheng, welcome to the call.
I think we're on YouTube Live now. Okay, forensic day, morning, night to everybody on YouTube as well as on Zoom. It is right at 9 o'clock. Drusilla, you want to give your opening statement and before we get to work?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Mean, and welcome to the call, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Forensic Night. I'll take a moment and introduce our founder and CEO, Mr. Ramin Masgarlu, our visionary behind Opulence Global Philosophy, the architect of general direction of our company. And also this includes the development of the compensation plan, basic to advanced training, and also business expansion system, building high-level strategic partnership, and also overall marketing target. Mr. Ramin spent more than 27 years in direct sales and has built 5 multi-million-dollar businesses as a master distributor. It was in 2005 when he launched Global Well Trade, his own unique high-performance entree into the world of direct sales, when he was truly able to help more people more directly. After 12 years of successful growth into 200 countries, Mr. Ramin has now rebranded GWT Corp to Opulence Global in order to highlight the company's products, compensation plan, and culture. Everyone, please help me to give a very warm welcome to our founder and CEO, Mr. Ramin Masgarlu.
Thank you so much, Drusilla. Appreciate you taking the time and being such a great hostess is fantastic. Shows leadership. MLM is about leadership. All right, let's dig right in. So, fast track MO to 5-figure income. 10-step plan. When you talk about 5-figure income, people automatically think maybe it has something to do with something sophisticated, but it really, really isn't. So, but it takes consistency, and you got to do the right thing because you could do a lot of things that's not conducive to business growth. MLM is not complicated. As a matter of fact, success is not a complicated blueprint. It's not at all. Complicated plans don't duplicate, and it does not become successful, especially in MLM. McDonald's is successful because they came with a very simple operation of creating lots of hamburgers in a short period of time. They could teach a 14-year-old to do it, and create machines that can serve people very quickly. Again, simple product, simple system. And so that's how you build something massive, especially in MLM because it's a business of leverage. I know a lot of people who are confused about this, especially, who's most confused about this? It's people who've been at it for too long. They wake up one morning that they end up not doing the MO. Next day, not MO. Next day, next thing you know, they're confused. They're completely confused. Next thing you know, when confusion sets in forensic, inactivity starts. Inactivity starts, then you start to lose momentum. Next thing you know, your check goes on. Next thing you know, financial crisis. Next thing you know, you're depressed. So I'm telling you, you need to have a purpose in life, whether it's your personal life, your business life. One thing that jobs bring is clarity on purpose because you get up in the morning, you know exactly what you got to do. And what if you could create that in self-employment? And that's what forensic is about. Forensic is all about that. So then we'll give you, if you do these 10 steps, and stay consistent with it, have a promise list and have hold a calendar, your MO box, and you're going to build a MLM check. No doubt about it, you're going to build an MLM check. All right, as usual, we're on Zoom, and lots of you on the Zoom, and we are also starting a new channel on YouTube. I see the people coming on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like right away, you subscribe, you hit the bell button, turn that blue. make sure you comment on the video, scroll down, comment on the video, and share the link as I speak with some of your team members right now. If you can't see the like button and the comment, you're not logged in, you gotta log into YouTube or Gmail account to be able to do that. Tonight's topic is about fast track MO to 5-figure income. I was a distributor like you, a soldier with an MLM company 4 times, right? And every time I built to 5-figure, and I made millions in 14 years that I was a distributor. But every time it was taken away from me, you know the story. If you don't know the story, go to YouTube channel, look at my Ramin Mascaro's bio, and just watch that. You're probably going to learn a lot. And when people watch that video, they get very motivated, they say, because they see that, oh, well, Ramin went through all this. I thought I had it bad. Imagine going through all of that. And so they get motivated knowing that successful people go through the same thing that you're going through. They said they've just done it before you. That's all. And they did it, and they didn't quit. When they went through it, they just didn't quit. So I'm going to share with you tonight that it's not complicated blueprint to be able to build a check. Consistency is key, and to be able to stay consistent, you're going to need be doing it. It takes practice at first, right? Because you're not used to it. It takes practice at first, but then eventually becomes you go into state of flow. It's a scientific term where you kind of do things automatically. So if I joined, so here's how I build training. Because when I sit down and write trainings, I've been doing a lot of writing recently. I always ask myself a question. So if you start an MLM today, if I start an MLM today, what would I be looking for? What do I need to do? So if Ramin started today, what does Ramin would need to do? What would I do with the knowledge that I have? What would I do to get into MLM? How do I start my MLM career? How do so the videos we do, how to choose the right company, right? What is MLM and how to choose the right company? All those videos are on the Forensic channel. So everything that I think about, a lot of my students from around the world, from different companies, they ask me questions. And I look at, and although at first some of these questions seem very basic to me, but then I remind myself that it's a new industry. A lot of people coming in. 70 years old is fairly new. Commerce has been going on for thousands of years. It's 70 years old. It's fairly new. Established, but it's fairly new. And when you take a look at 7.5 billion people, and all of that, we have, I don't know, a couple of 100 million people in it. It's really not a lot. So vast majority of people that are coming looking at our industry, they don't really know what this is. So then some of those questions prompts me to start writing, because obviously there's a need for that topic in the industry. So I try to deliver what comes to me and what people need to know. So getting a lot of questions about what do I do, and it's such a vague question. What do I do? And I try to identify what does that mean, because in order for me to say, okay, we said, what do I do? Okay, first I need to know, all right, how long you been in, part-time, full-time, where targets, how much what's your situation, what's your promise list, do you have a calendar? What do I do? Well, there is a blanket a question like that will give a blanket answer, then it doesn't really do anything, right? You want to make sure that you are very specific with questions and become very specific with answers. So I try to, but when you're new, right? A lot of people who are new, they don't really know how to ask specific questions. They think, they look at it as something easy, and then they think maybe there's an easy answer to it. It's like if I ask someone, how do I become a good doctor? And I'm not a doctor. Somebody says, well, what does that even mean? How to become a good doctor? What type of doctor you want to be? Have you gone to school? What's your interest? So they're going to ask a whole bunch of specific doctor-specific questions to be able to answer that, right? So MLM is a profession. It's pretty much the same thing. So I sat down, I tried to dissect when a new person says, how do I build a check? Okay, so I'm trying to put myself in the shoes. What is it that they exactly are asking? So they don't know how to ask that question, right? And a lot of them think by asking, you can tell how much someone respects a business by the way they ask questions too. If they simplify the question, most likely they're simplifying the business. And it's if you're going to make a lot of money in this business, it's you can't just be that general, right? Can't be that general about it. General answers doesn't get you anything specific. And if you're looking for something specific, how much money you want to make, type of car, vacation, whatever, then you need to ask some specific question. So, and the answers will be matched with what you're looking for. And anyway, so I tried to get those, and then I put myself. I said, put your customer glasses on. So when you get these questions like this, how do I build a check and all this stuff, then that's okay. When you were new at this, I asked myself that. When you were new at this, Ramin, what were you looking for? Because one thing I know about people is that we may be different people. We all want the same thing, right? We all want the same thing. And some of us answer better communicators than others. So then I started to write the 10 things you need to do to build a check. And if you follow along in a box, that's a 5-figure check, guaranteed. Without that, well, who knows? Right? It all comes with how disciplined you are. Without this, you need lots of discipline, and most people don't have it. I can tell you, most people don't have it. Most people don't have it. So you have to be 1 in a million to have that much discipline, right? Self-employment is like that. It's not hard to be disciplined going to a job because you get fired, right? So to be self-employed, especially something like this, where there's so much distractions around you, the 1 in a million, maybe 1 in 10 million, I don't think, because the people who are successful in MLM, if they don't have a box, they have some type of tracker. They do have some type of calendar that they work out of, So we're not talking about the people who kind of get lucky. Let's forget about that. We're talking about, people who actually done it. There's a lot of people who've done well. And so this just makes it so much easier. So I sat down and said, okay, well, if I got into MLM today, I think 10K a month, is pretty good number. I think it's the first big number for network marketers, 10K a month. When if you've been in MLM for a while, okay, it's 10K, just 10K. But if you're still new, because it's hard to find a job that pays you 10K a month. They're there. It's tough. Really, in a job for you to get 10K a month, you need somebody that pays you 20K because the taxes are high. So 10K a month. So how do I build a 10K a month, a 5-figure monthly income? I try to break it down as simple as possible. The main things that you got to have. Now I have sharing screen on Zoom. Drusilla, you can see my screen.
Yes, Mr. Ramin, we can see your screen.
All right, thank you. The first thing you want to do is basically you want to get the best package, right? Because at the end of the day, then every good company offers multiple packages. Whether you buy the top package or you work your way up, you might get the best get there because that's what pays you the most. I mean, you want to maximize your income. It just makes sense. There's 2 ways to look at it. You work the same as lower packages and make double the money or triple the money, or you make the same money and working a lot less, right? So it just makes sense, aside from the fact that, bigger packages give everything you need, all the products, promotional materials, there's definitely a financial advantage there to get the top package. Now, I know we have some people here from other companies. So I'm not going to talk about our company in general, but everything I'm sharing now doesn't matter. It applies to MLM, it applies to every company. So get to the highest package possible. Now, some companies allow you to be able to purchase that, and some people, some companies don't, and some companies, the top package is very small anyways. It doesn't really do anything, right? So the point is, whatever the comp plan says, you got to find out how you can maximize your income immediately. If the company allows you to jump in that way, which is great, it saves you a lot of time, money, providing it's reasonable amount, right? So it can be a crazy amount. All right. So first thing is get to the package that gives you that you can maximize the comp plan with immediately. So second thing is, let me put this over here. Second thing is, ooh, what happened here? Okay. Since you want to start a Smart Buy or other companies called auto ship. This is really, really, really important, and it's incredible whether it's our company or others. People kind of jump in and then they say, well, I don't want to pay a fee every month. Well, companies don't charge fees. All right. They don't charge fees. If a company charges a fee, it's a legal pyramid scheme. Nobody charges a fee. Right. Let me explain this to you. First and foremost, in order to, to be a professional, you need to have a product that you use, because in MLM, we talk a lot about this in forensic. We don't sell products. We sell you conviction, right? We sell you belief, your stories, right? So you need to be on the product in order to be able to share all of those things. So you need products to use. I mean, most good companies, even the auto ship, is not even enough for everything you need anyways. So that's one. Second thing is you got to protect your CV. When somebody says, well, I don't want to be on the auto ship or Smart Buy, and you want to make sure that you handle it this way. Really, really important. If you don't, people who got in, then they're going to call in and cancel the Smart Buy, or they want to cancel the shop because they don't understand what its purpose is, right? So you say, look, why did you get in? Why did you launch your shop? Why did you got into the profession? Because you just want to make some retailers a profit. You just want to make residual income, make a lot of money, and be able to get paid on your organization. No. I want residual income, right? I want to get paid, leverage, get paid. I want to get rich, right? Great, no problem. So you got to, in order to do that, remember, getting paid on other people is a privilege. Let me repeat that. Getting paid on other people is a privilege. You can't do that at your job, can you? You can't even do that at franchises. When you buy a franchise, the company makes a royalty. You can't get out franchises, get royalties. It doesn't exist. This is the only company. This is the only industry that you can actually give residual income. And I'm not getting paid on other people's efforts. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? So you got a team of, I don't know, 1,000, 100, 10,000, 100,000. And then you get to get paid on people you don't even know, heard of. In that binary, you have no idea who's there. You don't know how they got there. And yet you go down and or structural organization, you see all these volume popping up. Do you ever question where the volume is coming from? Who is creating it? Why you should get it? Do you ever say, damn, I think it's a mistake. I'm getting all this volume. I'm not doing anything. Shh. I'm getting all this volume. All this volume. I can turn to cash. I didn't even do anything. What do you think MLM is? Right? So why do you have access to that? Well, you have to do something. You have to do something. Aside from the fact that you need a product to use. Hopefully you get a lot of great experience, and people on your team from your experience, they can make money and they can get inspired by it. Hopefully, because of your knowledge, your conviction, your team can benefit from that. Hopefully the company can use this as testimonial, and the company can benefit from that overall. Hopefully you can inspire other people. The MLM is a great industry because of your experience. You have a lot of contribute. You gotta contribute. The least you could do is contribute with your experience. Contribute. Remember the give and receive concept, Tengi? Remember that? Quantum physics. Remember karma? Now, let's look at this from another element. In traditional business, if you're still a traditional business, right? I mean, store or something. You're not going to go buy from other stores. You're not buying retail. What? You're buying from wholesaler, right? Because you want to get a discount so you can sell at retail and you make money. You buy wholesale, you sell retail, you make money. But do you think wholesalers sell to you if you didn't order a lot from them? Nope. If the wholesaler is going to give you discount, it's because they want you to keep on buying. because they think you're going to keep on buying. Otherwise, why should they give you a discount? So in any business, the same thing. If you want wholesale pricing that MLM gives you, then you have to buy on a monthly basis. Turns out with MLM, it's only a couple of $100 a month or whatever. And then you go to business, it's going to be expensive. A lot. What's the inventory of a store? A lot. So somebody says, oh, I don't want to pay a fee. It's not a fee. You need products to use. No, but I got some products. What do you got? I got this. What about this, and that? You know, this idea that I have one product and that's all I need is ridiculous. And you know how ridiculous that is? You wouldn't say that in the same people that say that, they wouldn't say it in any other form of business. Imagine someone at the clothing store. Do you imagine this person saying, I only need this one brand. I don't need other brands. Or I just want to sell pants. I don't do shoes or shirts. Or if you have a car dealership, I just want to have the small car. I don't want this variety of cars. Or just any pizza. I just want to sell one type of pizza. I mean, nobody does that in any other type of business. The same people who want to do it in MLM, they would not even think about doing it in other types of businesses. So that's just some bad habits came from applying or something. But the point is, you need to be on your smart buy. A, because you need it, your family needs it. If you're promoting a product and you believe in it, then you should be using it, right? Second, you need to protect your CV. If you're not going to contribute to the company, by at least using the product, the very least you can do is use the product, right? The very least you could do is use the product. You want to get paid on a whole month's CV that happened by other people you don't even know? You better at least use the product. Hopefully you're doing more than that. Hopefully you're using the product, you're selling the product, you're recruiting and launching, training, doing supporting. Hopefully you're doing all that, right? But the very least you can do is use the product. I don't want to lose a product, but I want to get paid on everybody who I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? If it's ridiculous, blow up the chats. yeah. Doesn't matter it doesn't matter if that was you. Okay, you just got an awakening. Just go and blow up the chats. So here's the thing. There's a lot more to this too. There's a lot more to this because MLM especially, it is a business of duplication. It's a business of duplication. If you are not using the product on a monthly basis through your smart buy and authorship, guess what? Your people aren't doing it either. And if your people are not doing it, you have no CV. If you have no CV, you have no check. Sorry, it ties together, right? If you don't use it, your people won't use it. If you don't use it, there's no one's buying anything. There's no CV. There's no check. I think that's one good. That's the only reason we need it, right? So to make sure that we don't question the monthly. And lucky, with MLM companies, a couple of $100. Some of them a little bit more, $300-400. But at the end of the day, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Here's the best part. You don't even have to use the stuff. You should. That's why you should never stick to the monthly smart buy limits. It's not enough. You need that plus more, hopefully double, 3 times of what the requirement is, because not only you need to use the stuff, you got to sell the stuff. You're going to go get customers, right? Sample out, customers get retail profit. But worst scenario is, whatever your smart buy is, you get a couple of customers, you sell it to them on a monthly basis, right? And you're making retail profit, plus you're protecting your CV. This industry is too damn easy. It's too easy. It's way too easy. By the way, when I was in MLM, some of you guys been here in MLM a long time. If you have a similar story, you can just put it in the chat group. My auto ship, my first company was called Lifestyles. My auto ship every single month, you get my check was $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month, $1,500 a month. So we call it 9+1. We bought 9 cases of this thing and get free case. So we have to spend $1,500 a month to actually get a check. 1,500. That's it back in 1990. And we bragged. Get this. That was, by the way, 10 times of what we charge her, right? That's 10 times of what you got to do here. That's 10 times of what you have to do here. But, and here's the thing. We actually bragged about ours is easy. Because at the time, Mary Kay, Herbalife, all these guys, like $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month they had to spend to get their check. So at 1,500, we bragged. This is Palm Beach compared to those guys, right? So we had all this stuff and we sold it. We had to sell it. So we were actually used to selling stuff. We couldn't drink it all. We used to sell it. So at $150 a month, or $200 a month, or $300 a month. I mean, you put your Safe Home Revolution, right? You put Safe Home Revolution. Sorry, guys who are not part of this company, but Safe Home Revolution, what is it, $300-400? How much Safe Home Revolution? Put it over here in the chat room. So if you do a Safe Home Revolution, that's just the stuff you need at home, right? Your skincare and shampoo and FOL and, you know, soon Sterling is coming out. So it's easy. When I had a pizza business, I think, you know, we needed to pull up about 10 grand, even at that time, 30 years ago. We had to come about, maybe Reza knows, he's online. I don't know how much it was, Rez, about 10 grand a month was operation costs, not staff, right? Just rent and electricity and all this stuff. So that's a lot, right? What's $200, $300, $400 a month? You buy some, you use it. Of course, you're using it. Plus, you're sharing your experience. You're getting customers. You make some retail profits. So make sure, don't just recruit people. And make sure they stay on the smart buy. Make sure they stay on the smart buy, because if they don't, listen to it this way. Somebody says, it's kind of silly, but it's common. Yeah, but they just spend all this money. I didn't want to tell them that next month they have to go spend money again. Okay. So here's what's going to happen if you don't, right? Next month, if they don't have a credit card there, they got this thing, they're getting going, they're kind of excited. All of a sudden, they don't do the smart buy and they get flushed. They got 2 people in, they got some volume, they're excited about the volume, actually they got flushed. And now they're really angry. And they call, and we get the calls all the time. Well, why did they get flushed? Well, we're on the smart buy. Well, I didn't know that. But we actually tried to call you, you didn't answer the phone. Yeah, but I didn't know. So now they're really angry at you, because remember why they got in here to begin with. They got here to get residual income. They cannot get residual income unless they're under smart buy or ownership. So tell them at that moment, trust me, when they're launching, they don't care. They're so excited, they don't care. You need to tell them at that moment. So listen, here's a package. Every month you got to sell $150, $200 more worth of stuff. Now, in our company, it's easy because we got shopping credit. They can all redeem it later on. I mean, just how easy is that? I mean, ridiculously easy, right? You know, so, but you want to tell them, right? So when people call here and, you know, once sometimes they find out why they need to do this, and they're so mad that upline didn't tell them that. And everybody, by the way, everybody who we explain why they're here, unless they're going to say, look, no, I'm just here to use the product at wholesale. Great, fine. They don't need to do a smart buy. Or they say, you know, I just want to do retail wholesale profit. Great, that's fine. Then they don't have to do smart buy either. They should, because, you know, there's other benefits to that, right? Because which is your 10% smart buy discount and all that. But that's fine. But if you're here for residual income, you don't have a choice. There is no other way to get residual income. And if you did a presentation, you told somebody you can get residual income here, then they need to be active on a monthly basis. They need to be active. So step 2, smart buy. Took a long time on that one. Step 3, get on the company communication methods: email, WhatsApp, social media, Telegram. You know, you want to stay informed and stay motivated. Here's the thing, guys. You know, I see a lot of you guys are not, and even people on this line, you're not on the company social media, Opulence GL, Facebook, or Instagram, you know, or family, or so forth. No, we have a full graphic team here, full IT team, and we create all this content for you. And the minute you launch, and you want to be in communication with the company for many, many reasons. One of them is when you communicate with the company, they know who you are. You put yourself on the company's map. Trust me, that's a good thing. Because when you need help, they know who you are. Second thing is when you get this communication, always you're informed. People look at you if they respect you if they feel like you know your stuff. And how do you know yourself? By getting their stuff, reading it, sharing it, liking it, commenting it, be visible, right? And you only have to go to 2 or 3 locations, like, comment, and share. That's not a complicated business plan, guys. It really isn't. If you have fun during the day to do that, okay, so enjoy your product, right? So it's not complicated. We talked about earlier 5-figure income. People ask me how do I build a check. Okay, open your emails. How about that? Open the email of the company. How about that? If you have WhatsApp, make sure that you're on the company's WhatsApp. Go seeking any way you can find a company. Social media, great. What the company doing today? Go go sneak up on your company. Just go, just go see I wonder what the company's up to now. Right? What are they doing today? What are they talking about today? What we put out is what we're talking about at the office at that moment. So find out wherever the company's at, be there, be a fly on the wall. Very soon, you're going to become very professional at this, right? Because you get all this information, right? You always know somebody who's always the first to get the information. We all know people like it, right? You always get the information. You know everything, right? So that's a good thing. In MLM, that's a good thing. Especially you should be the first one getting the information. By the way, when you're first to get it and you're first to share it, people look at you as a leader. First to get it, first to share it, right? You're the leader. You're the one leading, right? It's that simple. It's not that difficult. So put yourself on all the company communications, WhatsApp, Telegram, email. I was proud of you guys for the first time I was proud of you guys in 16 years. Well, on the email side, because when we send out emails, we could clearly see who opens it, like what percentage opens it. And because now we have the system with the promotion, that crazy promotion we have, where we do all the work for you. Remember, you get the challenge kit, and then you get the 10 free samplers for your 10 free lucky VIPs, and you guys did a good job. So a lot of people took advantage of that, and we see the emails are great. It's going through, and on the other end, I see the emails are opening up. So we see all that stuff, right? We sat here today. We said we're proud of our team. Look at the numbers were in the high 80%, and which is ridiculously high. Which we thought this is good. Proud of my team there, So hopefully that's become into a habit of doing that more. So we're gonna do some cool for the people who participated in the first time. We're gonna do some cool for you guys on Friday. I think we're doing some special for the QT and QP. If you're not part of QT and QP, qualified presenter, qualified trainer, you're gonna miss a great call on Friday. Great call, big thing, big call. So call your upline, call the company, say, hey, how do I get on that list? Because we're doing something just for them on Friday. Anyway, so get us in for the communication. Make sure that you're up to date with everything. Share. Right? Simple to do. All right. Number 4, build a relationship with your My5 teamwork. It's incredible how many people that we talk to, they don't know who the upline is. I don't understand that. One of the main advantages that we have in this business than outside is because we have business partners who actually care. So I don't get it. You have this incredible opportunity to meet the upline who's going to be there to help you. Then you don't even care to, not you, but you don't talk about. So a lot of times you have to blame the upline, the sponsor who brought them in. They didn't take the My5 list. It's in the prosperity book. It's there for a reason. My5, because there's people above who will get paid on this volume. Anyways, let them work for it. And a lot of people have a lot of good things to offer. So make sure they get to meet all of them. My5. So if you haven't met your My5 right now on the call back your sponsor. Hey, who's above you? I want to go right to the top. Take me right to the company. 500 levels. I don't care. I want to know who is above me. And introduce me to the main ones. I need to put myself on their map. And by the way, that's the first thing I would do. If I'm joining an MLM business, I don't know, I just know I needed to I needed to put the company on notice. Hey, I'm in town now. It's my show. Watch me. Watch me. So because by doing that, now the company's watching me. When I call, they answer the phone. Of course, I got to work, get things done. But my point is, though, I don't want to do the work and them not knowing what's going on. When I come in, I put everybody on notice. You guys should put all the uplines on notice. Hey, I'm in town now. It's my show now. Watch me go, and you be there when I need you. Right? It's incredible. So build a relationship with all your Y5, not just a couple of people. Just anybody can find that's qualified, right? Here's the thing too. A lot of time people who bring you in, they're new too. They don't know much better either, so they can't really help you. And you'll be shocked. It boggles my mind, but the people who just don't want to renew their accounts or want to get off their smart buy ownership, you know what's the number one reason they give us? Oh well, my upline quit. My upline is not active. Like, who cares? Your upline is not active. Had you done the My5? By the way, this is happening on your watch. This is happening in people in your team. So if your volume is not lifting up, people are getting off for a reason, right? They're getting whatever reason. 99% of the time, it's not a valid reason, but it's because the upline quit or no one's active in that the little circle. People see that little circle as the company. Now, it could be just 5 people, but that's what they see. They see that as their company. Oh, no one's doing anything. No. It's your little circle that's not doing anything. That's why it's so important. If I was on the field right now, I would never want to trust any of you. Okay? Any of you. Because I don't know if you're going to be here next week. So first thing I want to do is find everybody in the team, make sure they know the upline. I want to make sure that I'm there. Because if your people quit, I'm there. I want you to know I open the door. Hey, listen, don't worry about who quits or not. There's enough people you can build with. I think a lot of times, we kind of wait for other people to do it's their team, they should be doing it. Who cares? It's also your team. It's the distributors, they're also your distributors. It's their assets, also your assets. A lot of time, most of the time, people don't do the things they're supposed to do. We all know we gotta go to the gym and eat well, not smoke and drink. They do it anyways. You expect them to do the right thing? No, you take care of the business. Hopefully they are, but if they're not, at least you are doing it. You're gonna lose your business and volume, your check because you're hoping someone else down there would do the job. What are you, the manager? Remain a soldier. Remain a soldier. Remain a soldier. Not a general. My5, get to know everybody. So if you're down here, you want to know who's up there, right? Because they need to work, they need to earn their dollars on you, right? If you're up here, you want to make sure you go deep, get to know everybody. Don't leave it up these people down here to try to figure this thing out, whether they're active or not, they're consumed by life or not. No, these are your assets too. So, My5, very, very important. Good or great. You love it, load up your chat on Zoom as well as on YouTube. Load the chat. If you just got here, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff. All right, number 5. Master the welcome kit. It's the path to becoming a good leader and a teacher. We keep talking a lot about leadership. I think people are confused about that, so I talk a lot about it because being a leader is not that guy with a sword in front. No, leadership is basically getting the information and then sharing it. That's all it is. So being a great leader has to be a great follower. There is no such thing as a great leader without being a great follower. People who think they're leaders because they got a badge, yet they're still so outdated, they don't know anything. You really got to know they don't really know anything. How do you know anything if you're not following? Everything evolves, business evolves, company evolves, products evolves, cultures evolve. So it cannot be a great leader unless you're a great follower first. And the people who used to be a great follower to bring them to become a leader, now they're becoming obsolete because very quickly people start to realize it's not about the badge, it's about what they know, and they know very, very little. Or what they know is so old that it's just, It's a very transparent business, right? It's a very, very, very transparent business. So, what's the fastest way to become the ultimate coach? Your prosperity book, your company book. It's sitting there. If it's there because it's important. So, take that beautiful little book, master it. Guarantee you, you'll be the greatest leader in your team. Just master it. That little book. You going to sleep anyways? Read a few pages before you go to sleep. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Next thing you know everything that's important in this business. If someone asks you a question, you know exactly where to go. The fact that you can answer, you know where to go, people look at you as the leader. Because, oh, yeah, just call David. He knows everything, right? What a compliment, right? Just call Maria. She knows everything. What a compliment, right? What a compliment. In the other end, if your phone is not ringing, people don't look at you as much. It's that simple. If your phone is not ringing off the hook, I'm telling you, people are not looking at you as a leader. It's that simple. When I was on the field, we used to say, people say, I'm sorry, I don't want to call you because I think you're busy. It's, look, what a privilege it is that I get paid for answering phones. What a privilege that would be. Wouldn't you want that, getting paid massively for answering phones? Who doesn't want that? Think about it, right? If you only had to answer phones and get paid $10,000 a month, wouldn't you want that job? If you love that job, blow up the chat. So I want that job. I love that job. $10,000 a month. All I have to do is answer the phone. That's what this is. But you're going to get there if you know the business. So just master the prosperity book, right? The welcome kit. That is your path to become a good leader, great leader, and a teacher. It's not complicated, guys. It's not that complicated. 6, attend all meetings and trainings. But you got to do that because, again, you got to get the information. 2, you got to show support for the meeting and whoever's doing it. Thirdly, most importantly, it's your duplication. If you're not on there, your people see that you're not in a couple of weeks. They go, I guess it's not that important. Listen, any of these steps, by the way, can kill your check, right? You want to build a check, right? 5 figure, I think 10,000 a month is a good, nice ring to it. I'm telling you, to get there, you got to have this. And if you don't maintain it, you got to maintain this. If you don't maintain this, you could get to 10,000 a month, but you're going to lose it. It's that simple. You're going to lose it. The only reason momentum stops is because the main fundamentals of the business wasn't followed. It's that simple. It's that simple. Because the fundamentals of the business creates momentum. That's a fact. I mean, those are the fundamentals of the business, right? Those are designed to create CV. Those are designed. If it wasn't, then we'd be out of business. So we create the fundamentals that makes CV, makes money, makes momentum. You follow those fundamentals, you create momentum, you sustain momentum. And then you advance momentum, you make more money. But you got to follow the fundamentals, and we put those in the prosperity book, right? One of the things, the fundamentals is, trainings and meetings, right? That's your weekly and more. If you're there, your people are there. Check mark. That's one of the fundamentals. Well, I've seen this before, so I need to be on it again. I have a good answer for that. When somebody says, I've seen a tour before, do I need to see it again? Well, okay, then can you do it? Why don't we get you to do a tour if you know it so well? No, that you don't know it. And unless you're ready to do it, you don't even know the tour, right? But that's not even the point. You need to be there because hopefully you have a guest. If you don't, hopefully your people have a guest. Your people there have guests. Again, that's just a proper duplication. Remember, you've been duplicated no matter what. The question is what type of duplication you're getting. Is it conducive to creating CV? Is it conducive to going broke? Not getting CV. Is it building momentum? Is it not building momentum? You are being duplicated already. What type of duplication are you getting? The last thing is you have an MO. If you're part-time, I don't know, 15 hours a week, 15, 17, 20 hours a week. If you're part-time, if you're full-time, 35, 40, 50 hours. I don't know, depending on your income targets. So bare minimum, be putting 15, 17, 20 hours a week. So what do you do in those 15, 17, 20 hours a week? Well, that's all in it. Meetings, trainings, right? If you're not doing that, you're not even doing your bare minimum. Come on, guys. So I give it, it's 10 simple, basic. This is so basic. And you would all agree with me that everything I'm sharing with you is basic. But if I give you a report card on the top 10 and if you guys are consistent on all the 10 of them, there's not that many of you going to pass. There isn't that many of you going to pass. And what you're failing in is not the mark from Forensic Networker. What you're failing is your check for next week. Is your check for next month. Is a check for this year. Is potential of quitting your job and bigger car, a better vacation, better home, kids to Harvard, retired parents, better health. That's what you're failing on. The blueprint to success it's not complicated. It's some basic fundamentals. Jim Rohn says half a dozen things make 80% of the difference. It's true. It's true. Number 7, make a promise list. Now, I know other people like to use the word goal. I don't like the word goal. I think it's weird, but that's forensic. It's that way. I think it's different. I think goal is a reason a lot of people fail because people don't really attach themselves to the word goal. You hear a lot about it. And people attach goal to something that would be nice to achieve. Right? It's not personal. It's not connected to you. It's a goal. It'd be nice to achieve. It's like a New Year's resolution. I'm going to quit smoking and lose weight. And 2 weeks later, in January, you forgot about it. So goal is something that's there. My goal is to do this, but yet you're not doing it because it's a goal. It's something that's nice to achieve. It's not connected. It's not represent you. It doesn't reflect you. So there's no sense of urgency. So I talk in forensic. I have a full chapter on. I said, make a promise list. Not a goal list, promise list. Here's the difference. I think most good people will do all they can to keep their word. Most good people will do all they can to keep their promise. You make a promise list, it's connected to you, it's personal to you, it is reflected of you. It represents you, it's your word, it's your promise. It's personal. What's a goal list? Oh, my goal is to get a Rolls Royce. Okay. I can tell you something here. People would go and say, my goal is to do this, and they would never say, I would promise to do this. It's the same thing. Because a promise is personal to them. It's like, can I do this? Right? So, in other words, it's personal to them. So I said, don't make a goal list, make a promise list. And that becomes your roadmap, right? That becomes your energy. That becomes, your motivation. And here's the best part. You can build your promise list through the comp plan for the money side of it, right? Maybe you have what their goals or targets, but I'm here. The financial side, you can connect it through the comp plan. Okay, I want to get a better car. I do that. If I get to LD1, I can get car qualified. I can get my car. Then I want to get. I want to be able to pay my mortgage. I figure I need this much, couple of grand a month extra. Okay, if I get to LD2, I can create that. So you can build your promise list according to the comp plan. What if I become an LD4? That's my 10K a month or 20K a month, maybe more. We have the LD4s team at 100,000 a month. But let's just take a basic part of it, LD3, we have LD3s making 25, 30, 40,000 a month. So at the end of the day, LD3, LD4, I think that's my ideal lifestyle. That's my promise. So now you know where to go. I need to get to LD3, LD4. So you got your promise list, and how to get to that is check, check, check. You got to get to LD3, LD4. So put the comp plan right in there. And I suggest you sit down and do this with your upline, qualified upline. Call some of the guys at the top, Renee, Reza, whatever, and say, hey, help me with my promise list. By the way, if I sponsor somebody, I do this all the time. Every time I sponsor somebody in MLM when I was on the field like you, I ask them for the promise list, and I force them to make it. I bug them about every day, and I want a copy of it. And here's the reason why. Because people quit, right? So every time people want to quit, I say, hey, hold on a second. Did you just say you wanted to get this? Yeah. Well, did you find another way of doing that? No. So I refocused them back on the promise list based on what they wrote, and that kept them motivated to stay in the business. Very important. It's your roadmap. 8. Wow, time flies. So here's something that's really, really basic and so important because in our business is kind of easy, but before we told people never mix your personal life with your business life, right? So never mix your business expenses with your personal expenses. So you need to open a new bank account. So when we start in MLM, we say go to open up a new business account. So people actually went to the bank, open a business account. Those days, if you remember, you get a bank book. You go bank machine and prints it for you and all this stuff. You deposit money and they wrote it in there or they print it for you. And then we print. Now we put the money in, we get a print, and then we take the money out because we need the money. But we had this record. So when people say, "Are you making any money?" I say, "Here's my bank book." And people never cared that money was going in, money was coming out. All people cared about deposit. I was like, wow, he's making money. So people don't care when it's coming out; they care what's going in. So you need. And what another thing that does it protects your golden goose because a lot of times we make money and then we spend it on other things. A car breaks down or needs a break or gas or restaurant bill, whatever. All of a sudden, you put in investment, you got it, you make money in commission, you sold the product, you got the cash plus profit, you spend it all on different things. You never left that money in the bank to place more orders, for a smart buy, all this stuff. All of a sudden, you're out of money or using credit card. So you're spending the money, you keep using credit card, you're making it back, but you're not putting it back. So what happened was your credit card is full now, and all of a sudden, you're out of business. Okay. So in our business, it's simple because we have a back office, right? You have a new wallet, the money goes in there. And so just keep your money from your business in your e-wallet. You don't take it out. If you absolutely need it, only take out the profit, right? You can't take the principal because you need the principal to buy more products, right? To run your business. You say, if I have a pizza business, I have a traditional business, I can only spend the profit. I can't spend the money that's required for rent, for staff, and I can't do that. So you don't do that in the traditional business. You can't do it here. So basically, whatever commissions that comes in, I suggest is that if you're doing this part-time, keep the money in there. Don't take it out. Just let it be there. Let it be. Keep investing right back into the business. Keep investing right back into the business. But if you take some money out, just take the profit out, but keep the principal there because you need to buy more product. There's Smart Buy next week. There's a convention coming up. They have to go. You may have to travel somewhere to start a team. You want to build up separate. And all of a sudden, what you do, by the way, you tell them, hey, I'm making money. You could be like only 2 months old, right? People seem to think they need to have a $10,000 check to be impressive. You don't. Trust me, you don't. All you have to do is that you've been here for about a month, right? And in that month, you've had 3 or 4 deposits. Maybe you had a cycle 1, cycle 2, another cycle 1, which is basically $100 or whatever, 180, whatever. And then maybe there was a retail profit that you make online. Boom, that ends up over there. So all of a sudden you got this deposit. Even if you took it out, right? You said, hey, this is all my money is for my, it's coming in. It's like, damn, look at you. The business is actually working. People want to know if is the business working or not. They don't care if you make 10,000 or not. At some point that becomes important. But when you're new at this thing, we're doing it on a part-time basis. That's why I love part-time too, because people don't expect you to be making 10,000 a month. Right? So separate your bank account. In our case, you can still go to the bank and open a bank account, deposit money if you want, which is great. But we have our e-wallet as well. Just leave the money there, let the deposits go in, print it out, show people. You all should have a presentation book and say, look at this month. Now, it could have been 3 months ago, but look at this month. Look at all the commissions. Look at all the deposits in my e-wallet. How good is that? Shows the business is working. Step 9. Qualify for all monthly bonuses, incentives, and promotions, added revenue streams, increased profits. Build through promotions. I'm telling you, build through. If there's a promotion out, you can never miss that. You can never miss that for many, many, many reasons. First of all, you could use an extra revenue stream, right? Remember, bonuses are over and above the comp plan. So you're building a comp plan, you're building a team. That takes time, right? So you're building it as you go, and you're making some commissions as you go. But you got all these different perks. That's extra cash, extra revenue stream. How good is that? Now you can take some of that and go blow it if you want, right? Don't touch your commissions, but you can take some of that and go blow it if you want. But my point to you is that you got all these extra opportunities to make great bonuses. So you want to qualify for everyone. And when you do that, by the way, you get recognized, you become a leader, people know you. Best of all, you're going to get duplication in your team. Because you're going to get, you've been duplicated anyways, right? It's just what type of duplication are you getting? Is it duplication you're not being qualified for anything or recognized for anything? You're not, you're not being recognized as a trainer, you're not being recognized as a presenter, or you're going to be recognized of all of that. So guys, if there's a promotion, be all over it. So if I'm in business, there's a promotion. 5 minutes, because we know in advance there's a call coming up. There's a bill that's coming out, right? In advance, it's set up already. Guys, everybody on the call. We on the call? Okay, right after call, everybody on the call on the next Zoom call, private call. All right, guys, we got a bill that says we got 30 days. I want our team to kick butt. We're going to go out there. We're going to do the biggest team. We're going to make all this money. We're going to take advantage of this. But this is an opportunity to get out there and maximize our income. Tell the company who's boss. At the same time, build momentum, because when you got, if it's important to you, urgent to you, it's important, urgent to people. You build momentum through promotions. Why? Because it's time sensitive. Guys, we've got 30 days. We've got 30 days. We got to go out there. We got to blow it up with the number one team. Got to show the company who's boss. We're going to brag about this, and we're going to go get the market share. We've got 30 days to do this. By the way, the company has that promotion. Me as a leader, I'm doubling it. I'm matching it. Or I'm doing this instead. I'm doing this also. You're going to get that, and you're going to get this. Because in MLM, the company has its own promotions. You as a leader should also have your promotions. So we're doing a post-call strategy call. And we got a 30-day bliss, baby. We're going to go out there. We're going to maximize. We're going to get this money. We are going to get this incentive. We are going to get that product. And we got some pretty big incentives here. Like MGRS alone is minimum $300, $400, $500, right? If you're LD2 and LD1, maybe $200, $300. At least you go to $150, $200, even if you're just an LD1. And that's all. That's an every month thing. Aside from that, we do all these other things. Right now, we got this fluoride challenge. Are you kidding me? We're telling you, go out there, order it, and give us 10 of your customers. We'll do all the work, including the free sample. Who does that? Who does that? Just go in there, put 10 emails, make sure the emails work. And by doing that, we give them a free sample, and our system takes over. By the way, do you notice how the system is getting better and better? We got a lot of great stuff coming out, man. We're working on so much great stuff. So it's just insane. But don't want to get off topic. But the point is this. It's running out. That promotion is running out. If you haven't taken advantage of it, many of you have, because I see it's a big list there. But if you haven't already, you're missing big. You're missing big. Not only are you missing the promotion, getting the free stuff, you're missing our system prospect for you. That's what you're missing. Because the way it works is that you get the package, you put in 10 emails of your prospects, our software takes over, messages and say, hey, listen, here's a great message, you're getting a free sample, so and so will call you. So even if you're afraid to call them, now the software did all the work for you. How awesome is that? If you love it, throw some hearts up there, because our IT team they're epic. They're absolutely epic. So qualify through promotions, incentives, get everything. Everything. Go get that money. Everything. There's a car, get it. MGLS, get it. Free products, get it. Free shipping, low shipping, get it. Points, get it. And when it comes out, it starts with you. You get really excited. Everybody gets excited. You get excited. Everybody gets excited. And how the excitement starts is a post-car strategy call. Because once the company call is finished, you should have your own call. Immediately strategize in this. Challenge everybody. Who's going to win this? Who's going to win first? Who's the first? Who's going to be biggest? Who's going to do this? Who's going to win my challenge? Because the company just did theirs. I'm doing mine. Who's going to win mine? That's how you get people revved up, rallied. It's like a football game, a soccer game. Before the game, the coach comes, rallies the troops. Let's go win. Let's go get the cup. How good is that? Number 10, input your progress. Right? You want to be, you got to be really, really organized. Because you know what? You get up in the morning. I mean, our business plan is not that complicated, right? You do some PR calls, you do some follow-up calls, some welcome calls, some DLS calls, some like and trust calls. Like, really, it's the 5 things you got to do. Leaders, pay attention because I know you're confused. Some of you wake up, and especially if you're not on an MO, then all of a sudden you wake up and you don't even know what to do. It's on the screen if you're on Zoom. If you're not on Zoom, somebody type it here for me on the chat. There's only 5 jobs we have as a leader, or if you're new leader, if you're here 30 years, if you're a Supreme Letter Commander or Chocolate Commander or a Starship Commander, or when you're brand new, doesn't make a difference, right? So we all do 5 things. Our business, we just do 5 things. One of them is you do PR calls. Somebody put in the chat group. PR calls. What's that? Prospecting calls. Find customers. Do tours. Do launch product showcase, send people to the leadership cocktail. We have not only tell you what to do, we have the tools for you to do it. It's being done already. It's being done already, right? So second, follow-up calls. So these are the people you've already got on. Now you need to follow up on them. Answer their questions, get them in, show them you're serious, you're following up. So second type of call you make in a day is a PR call, is a follow-up call. Third, a welcome call. There are people who brought people in your team, and if your back office shows who they are, you want to make sure that they hear from you. Give them a welcome. Welcome home. Welcome to the nation. You're going to get your prosperity book. Read every book. A question, write it down. Call me with your questions. We got to talk about your promise list. Welcome call. All of you, if you've been here for about a month, most likely you got things happening in your team. On the family, you see people putting up welcoming people. You should be questioning, is that my team? Is that my team? Let me check. Because I need to give them a welcome call. So PR call, follow-up call, welcome call, DLS call. What's DLS? The online support, team support. People come in, they want to do a tour, they need 3-way calls, whatever. They might not even ask for that. You get them, you tell them they need it. The online support. Make sure everyone knows your door's open for business from this hour to this hour. And anytime after that, just let me know in advance. I'm open for business. Tell people you're open for business. PR call, follow-up call, DLS call, welcome call. And the last thing, like and trust. What like and trust is basically there's a lot of people going to end up your team. They're not asking for help, but they're there. You see them in your report. Let them know who you are. Build, like, and trust. I'm telling you, I'll close with this. When you build, like, and trust with your team, they'll stay with you. What like and trust equals? Retention. Like and trust equals retention. Like and trust equals retention. It takes time to build a check, but I can tell you, you can build a friendship right away. You can build like and trust right away. And until the check builds, a lot of people quit unless you have like and trust. A lot of people drop before the check is built unless you have like and trust. Like and trust. How good is that? If you love it, blow up the chat for me. You guys are awesome. I see we have a very lively chat. I love it. You guys are awake. Wonderful. All right. So fast. This is just a quick recap. Fast track MO to 5-figure income. Start with the highest startup package. 1, 2, set your monthly smart buy. We thought that there's no check, right? No residual. That's simple, right? No smart buy, no auto ship, no residual. So that's an easy one. 3, Get the company communication methods. Get the information first. Be the first to get the information. So find out where the company's at, whether it's social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, get there. Like in Forensic right now, everybody tomorrow this link is going to be up, right? You want to take this link and you want to make sure you share it with all your team, right? So get the communication right away. Get to know your My5. Many of you don't know your My5. That's no good. First of all, they're getting CV on you. Why not? Let them work for it. And there's a lot they can offer you. Number 5, master the welcome kit. I know there is some of you have not even read that beautiful book that comes in there. And that is, all the answers are in that. You know what? As you're trying to do this business, you're going to run into a whole bunch of situations where you don't know the answers. You make mistakes because you didn't read the book. If had you read the book, you would have made different decisions. You would have said something different. You avoided some mistakes, right? It's all in the prosperity book. Number 6, attend all meetings and trainings. You guys are here. Congratulations. Thank you for that. But you got Monday night call, Tuesday, when we have Saturday for Danny, and then we got Leadership Cocktail. I look forward to being on Leadership Cocktail. We're doing a new set now for the next season. Again, I'm going to be on it as well. We're going to rock that call. So again, remember, this is all part of your 15, 17, 20 hours a week part-time, or 35, 40, 50 hours a week full-time. It's part of it. So just get on it. Honor your business. Honor your business. Honor your business, right? That's why if you feel like it. Honor your business. Number 7, make a promise list using the comp plan. That's actually exciting. When you write what you want and then now, okay, how do I get this stuff? Comp plan. What do I need to do? What do I have to be? Okay, I got to call my upline because I know. How exciting is that? Imagine your 5-year-old say to you, so daddy, for us to get that car, go to vacation, you have to become an LD2 or LD3. And for you to get that cruise, you're going to have to be LD2, get that car, LD1. Imagine, because the kids pick this stuff up, and I get this stuff all the time from my nephews and my, my son. That's an exciting conversation, right? It's an exciting conversation to have. Number 7, make a promise list. Use the comment. We did that. Number 8, separate the business bank account. Now, this one, we have an e-wallet system, but just don't go spending your capital that should be for business because now, you spend other things, right? Number 9, by the way, that disciplines you too, and it makes you feel better because now you got money in the bank, and it should not only can show it to prospects, you feel amazing about it because you now clearly see your business is making you money. Number 9, qualify for monthly bonuses, incentive promotion. Now, this is your play money, right? You want play money? Go get that MGRS. You want play money? Get the car club. Upgrade your lifestyle, right? You want play money? Get that extra product. Now, play money, anything that's out there, attack it. And of course, when you get your team to do the same thing, that bigs up your commissions too, right? Number 10, input your progress. Just you have to track everything. Track everything. Now, if you're on Zoom, you saw what we'll be showing is your daily tracking and then your weekly tracking, right? In Forensic. You have that stuff in the back office. Daily tracking. Every time you have time to work, you track it down. Every time and then you took those dailies and you put on the weekly. Weekly is a 4 months in one sheet. And now every 3 times a year, you fill your sheets. Now you know exactly what type of year you've had. You don't burn through years because you have no idea. You think you're doing it, but you're really not doing it, right? That's where the tracking sheets are so good. Without the tracking sheets, you could never be consistent. Let me repeat. Without the tracking sheets, you could never be consistent. With that, Drusilla, I'll pass the call back to you. Even a bit long, but Forensic is like that. Full of intense information. I see, wow, we got a blow up chat. The chat is just blowing up. You guys are awesome. I'm not watching what's going on Zoom, but certainly I see YouTube is rocking it. Back to you, Drusilla.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Amin. And that is how you end off a Tuesday night and start off a Wednesday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for an amazing training again, Mr. Amin. Yes, the chat is blowing up. You have no idea what's going on Zoom. It is just going crazy. And by the way, everyone appreciates that they were able to have screening on Zoom tonight. So props up and thumbs up to our team and the office there that is doing all this amazing work. I just want to give a shout out to them. So thank you so much. Okay, so we have on the chat, it said we've done great. Consistency is pure. Consistency is forensic. Method of distribution. You're having a lot of thank yous, Mr. Ramin, about the training, about everything about the business. Also, Ronan says we have the best month plan, but we also have most of the MGRS every month, and to take full advantage and make opulence greater. Absolutely. Stepwise, it's smart to start off on the right foot, and they just keep going and going. It depends on you.
Actually, I'm on it now. I see Zoom is blowing up too. I think there's a good competition between YouTube and Zoom, so I'm loving tonight. Thank you for that. Thank you for support, team, and we have a great community.
Absolutely. It's been wonderful. As I said, it's up to you if you want me to continue, but the chat just keeps going and going. Excellent.
It's getting late. Let's shut this thing down. We'll be back next week.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, once again. Just a quick reminder that we do have Night of the Stars. That will be happening this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to message your team. We'll see you all there. Do not miss Night of the Stars as it happens just once every month, ladies and gentlemen. So we will see you there. And I think that is all for tonight for announcements.
So before you go, people on YouTube, again, make sure you like, you subscribe, you hit the bell button, turn that blue, and share the link and comments. So let's get some attention from YouTube that this is where people need to be on a Tuesday night.
Yes, and if you heard that just now, I'll do it again. That's the bell. Go hit that button. Come on, go hit the button and make sure you subscribe and like. And that's your reminder before you end the call off tonight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Amin, again. We are one team, one dream. We'll see you on the next call, and we're heading to the billions, everyone.
To the billions. Stay forensic, guys. Stay forensic, everybody. Thanks, Drew.
You're very welcome, Mr. Amin. Have a good night.
Good night.
Take care, everyone.